coming up, like I told you in the beginning of the show. Listen, this is crazy, okay? This is almost a $30 savings if you go with the 12 count. And these are 9.5 ounces. I mean, these are a big steak. And if you love ribeyes, and I'm talking to my ribeye friends out there, or people who have ribeye friends, they're going to really appreciate not only the quality, but also the price. Because ribeyes are not cheap, right? Especially if you go to your favorite steakhouse, they are not cheap. And again, I always say this because I'm in the same boat. Sometimes they're just not attainable. As much as you want them, they're just not affordable. But that's why we do this. We work with the folks at QVC, and we say, what do our foodie friends want? And they always say, well, they want good deals. Okay, well, we all want good deals, but we want it on something that you can't get anywhere else. You can't get this at a grocery store because we don't sell at a grocery store. The only place you can get these is at a high-end restaurant. And guess what? Probably $65 for this steak. Okay, here are the choices. 6 or 12, 9.5 ounce garlic and herb boneless. That's right, boneless ribeyes. If you want the 6, 270 remaining if you want the 12. Oh my goodness, only 135. Okay, so here's the deal with this. No auto delivery. You got to get it now if you want it. And that's it. So immediate ship now, no auto delivery. 9.5 ounces. This comes to you. You grab my do a little backpedaling here. This comes to you frozen on dry ice. White cooler will sit on your doorstep. You drive through, you drive up your driveway. You go, uh-oh, the ribeyes are here. The ribeyes are here. That's right. They finally arrived. They're in the cooler. They're on dry ice. Solid. What we do is we do a deep freeze with these. So when you open these up, this is good to know, is they're as fresh as the day that we cut them. That's important. The day that we cut them, look at that. So if you go to a butcher, you can't even say that about the butcher or the grocery store because you have no idea how long those steaks have been defrosted. And what happens is steak loses its flavor as they sit. So again, this is how they come. These packages, 1 per package, 9.5 ounces. You will see the herbs, the marination. See that? It's already marinated. Sweet garlic, herbs, right in there. And this is, like, if you think about it, this is the herbs and the flavor are being pressed into the meat. So as this sits in your refrigerator and defrosts, you get more of an intense flavor. Now, let's dive right into these and see what we got. So this is what it looks like. This is one 9.5 ouncer, just like that. I want everyone to see that. Look at that, okay? Now, oh, here we go, okay. Oh, whoa, okay. Now, I know my friends that love ribeyes, they like them more on the rare side. This is a perfect medium rare. I would call this maybe medium plus if you go to a steakhouse, but look at this. What I love about our ribeyes, just enough fat, a little bit of fat, right? A little fat throughout. And then you have the most heavily marbled piece of meat on the cattle. Look at that. The thickness, half-inch thick, right? We do that because we don't want to give you a super thick steak because then it's hard to cook, right? It's kind of hard to nail that temperature. So in this case, look at that. Now you're saying, well, I've heard of ribeye before, and it's wait a second. Oh, it's from the prime rib. That's right. What you're seeing is prime rib. When you cut steaks off of the prime rib, it becomes a ribeye. Easy as that. So if you're familiar, and in the past, maybe not the last year or 5 years ago, you purchased a prime rib from us, the garlic and herb, because it's the same flavor profile, you're gonna absolutely love these. Same flavor profile, but the difference, right, is it's a steak. And in my opinion, the only difference is you can sear the steak on each side. Okay. And again, just enough fat, just enough flavor. And as I'm sitting here cutting these, I get the flavor and the smell is permeating up my nose. And I love it because it reminds me of the holidays. For some reason, these remind me of the holidays. And as we get close to the holidays, I mean, look at that. It just literally melts like butter. I mean, look at that piece. That's a piece right there. Like if I'm eating, I cut that off like this. And I'm more about, I'll cut it in 3 pieces. I don't know how many pieces you guys cut it, but there we go. Look at that. Eat, eat, eat. Done. That's what we got here. How about should we make a sandwich with this ribeye? I'm from Philly. Okay. We're in Philly right now. And when you talk about a good cheesesteak, it's ribeye, shaved ribeye. But let's take it up a notch, right? Let's take it up a notch. Let me get my seated roll, just like this. Okay. Put it right there. Cut it in half. Okay. Now you got to do a little scoopy, right? Always scoop the bread. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to already put our steak in there. That's like a half. I mean, these are 9.5 ounces, so that's half the steak. So you can get 2 high-end sandwiches. So there's the steak. Now let's go over here. Okay. And how about some mushrooms and onions? Oh, yeah. Now, I made something like this for Julia earlier. My friend Julia. She's my buddy. And she loves filet mignon. She loves ribeye. But you know what she also loves? Blue cheese. So check this sandwich out. This is with a half of that. Okay? Now, how about a little truffle? We get like super fancy. A little bit of truffle balsamic on there. Look at that sandwich. You're making this sandwich with a half of a garlic and herb marinated ribeye. Let's close it up just like that. Give it a little tight. Like this. Uh-oh. Okay. And look at that. Oh, look at that messy sandwich. There you go. You want to talk cheesesteak? This is an elevated cheesesteak. That's right. Elevated cheesesteak right there. I actually want to eat this right now, but then I can't talk. So we're going to move that aside, clean up a little bit, and let's talk about our options. So we have 6 or 12 of the 9.5 marinated. Where'd that go? Right there. 6.5. Okay. 9.5 ounces of ribeye, pure ribeye. There's no bone. You know, I don't know why, but every time you go to the restaurant, they have the bone in. And I know that people say, well, it tastes better. I really don't, I can't really agree with that. All it does is it adds weight that you're not going to eat. You're not going to eat the bone. Yeah, it's fun to eat around it. But how about just 9.5 ounces of pure ribeye cut from the prime rib, right? And oh, by the way, it's already marinated. So now the work is done. Maybe a little pinch of salt on these to bring out the flavor. That's it. But again, if you go with the 12 count, we didn't double the price from the 6. We actually saving you almost $30 on ribeyes. Ribeyes are not a cheap steak. They're actually one of the more expensive steaks on the menu or when you go buy one. So I want everyone to see this. Okay, look at that. Okay, beautiful steak, just like that. And how about? Okay, so I want everyone to see that. The Dubner is that blocking it? Go here. All right, right there. Okay, there we go. All right. So these have been sitting now for, I don't know, 7 minutes. We let them rest. And I went a little rare on these because I know people love their prime rib / ribeyes, nice and rare. That is super rare. Okay, a little too rare for me. So I'm gonna put this one aside. And I'm gonna go in with another one. But I want to show everyone, obviously, listen, everyone likes different temperatures. And oh, by the way, if you like medium well, totally cool. Even at medium well, because of the amount of marbling, still good, still juicy, still flavorful. If you want 6 of the 9.5 ounces, we only have 220 remaining. Wow. The 12th, yeah. I'm under 100 on the 12 count because that's a stock up and save, right? Here's the 12. Look at that. There's 12. You're going to save $30 if you go to 12. $169.98 for 12 9.5 ounce ribeye. A lot of people do not eat 9.5 ounces of meat. If you do, good. It's okay. But if you don't, this is that steak where you slice it up and put it on like a bed of arugula with some shaved Parmesan cheese, put it in the middle of the table and let people just kind of pick and just, I mean, how fun is that? Like, even if it's your family, like do something different, right? Don't just put steak on a plate. Go like this. Let me show you. There you go. Slice them up just like that. Okay. And again, super easy because these are so buttery rich. And listen, work with a sharp knife. A dull knife will cause you more problem than a sharp knife. Okay. Now look at that. So we just literally, we just boom, 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 boom. Look at that. Okay. Put that on a plate. We give it a plate. Okay. Put it on a plate like this. This. Put it on a plate like that. What I like to do is kind of fan it out a little bit. Like that. A little bit of olive oil on there. Okay. Put it right. Move that way. Perfect. And then from there, you could do anything. I like a little arugula on that, but you see there, doesn't that look like a steakhouse? Just like that. That's what they do these days. They don't really give you anything on the plate other than a steak sliced. So you create that in your own house. I mean, you have the steak. I mean, this is what we have at the steakhouse. Like our clients are high-end steakhouses. So why not have the same experience, right, in your house at this price? Because I can tell you, if you got a 9.5 ounce boneless, no bone ribeye, you're talking at least in the 60s. At least in the 60s. I don't care where you go. If it's a good piece of meat like this is, you're in the 60s. Enjoy this at your house. Okay, let's grab another one here. And I want to show everyone, because again, I'm talking to my ribeye friends or my friends who have ribeye friends, and I want everyone to look at something. So this right here is called the decal, like the cap. Okay, this in itself, okay, is a highly concentrated piece of meat. And if you go in here like this, it is, first of all, I mean, I call this meat candy. I know a lot of people call different things, different stuff, but look at that. That is the cap. And each steak you get one of these, all different sizes. But look at, I gotta taste this. Let me taste this. Let me tell you what it tastes like. You know what? It melts in my mouth. I love it. Okay, so if you want the 6, under 200 remaining. If you want the 12, 9.5 ounce garlic and herb boneless, only 6 dozen. So my ribeye friends, first of all, this show has been super fun. I feel like we had a lot of good deals, a lot of things that were interchangeable, a lot of things that, in my opinion, if you bought, you're good for like 3 to 6 months. So I feel like we accomplished a lot. We made some fun stuff and we enjoyed each other because it's a beautiful day out. At least it is here. And listen, we love our KC hour. We'll see you next month, right? And I really appreciate everyone joining me because I really enjoy doing this and I enjoy giving good deals. So have a great evening and I'll see you next month.